Good morning, this is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know news and weather as you start your day.
Sioux Falls police say several items were set on fire at a business in the northern part of town.
Authorities say it happened just before 10 o'clock Sunday morning in the area of East Walnut Street and Northcliffe Avenue.
An employee reported there were several inches of standing water and the smell of smoke inside. Sioux Falls Fire Rescue responded and found several areas that had signs of fire.
Officers investigating the incident also found that the office area of this business had been ransacked and the business was missing several items of property.
Arson investigators are looking into the incident. At this point, no arrests have been made.
Opening arguments are set for later this morning in downtown Sioux Falls at the Minnehaha County Courthouse in the murder trial of Jabal Rattler.
Rattler faces second-degree murder, first-degree manslaughter, and aggravated assault charges in the 2025 death of Doris High Elk.
Per court papers in the case, Jabal Rattler shoved High Elk on June 30th, 2025 with both hands from atop a wall to the concrete pathway below, a roughly 4-foot headfirst drop. Court papers say Rattler and High Elk have been laying on the wall between the river and the path.
KELOLAND News will be in the courtroom for this morning's opening arguments. You can stay with us on air and online for updates.
There's one less candidate in the Sioux Falls race for mayor.
Marshall Selberg has exited the race. The former member of the Sioux Falls City Council sent KELOLAND News a statement saying he is stepping away from the campaign.
In a statement, Selberg endorses Christine Erickson, saying, quote, "Nobody works harder." In addition to Erickson, Joe Batchelor, Greg Jamieson, Jamie Smith, and David Zakaitis are still in the race. Voters will cast their ballots on June 2nd.
Well, now let's get a check on our weather with meteorologist Scott Munn. Good morning, Scott.
Good morning, Summer. Good morning, everybody. We are looking at a warmer day today, even though the clouds will be thick. We'll have mostly cloudy conditions. Might be able to bring in some periods of sunshine as temperatures warm to the 30s and 40s in central to northeastern South Dakota. We'll try to hit 50 in Sioux Falls and 51 in Rapid City. But notice stronger northwest winds as we go through the morning and into the afternoon. Brian will have more details on your forecast coming up.
Thank you, Scott. The publisher of the Brandon Valley Journal is fighting to keep the weekly newspaper alive.
Jill Meyer says rising printing costs, postage, and the loss of her advertising person have made the path forward increasingly difficult.
After some soul searching, she decided to do something she says was very humbling and hard to do. She started a GoFundMe campaign.
I just knew this community would help. I just knew they would. I've seen it over and over again. And in the last 24 hours, I've seen a total go up. It's amazing. It's amazing. I don't want this to be a long-time solution.
Meyer will use the money now at almost $9,000 to hire a new advertising salesperson and focus on the paper's online edition.
We've created a link to the GoFundMe with this story on KELOLAND.com.
The emerald ash borer continues to be an issue across the state, which is why you might have noticed big red marks on ash trees in Sioux Falls.
The city is starting to take down the ash trees in the more wooded areas this week.
Emerald ash borer has been documented throughout the entirety of the city of Sioux Falls. So some of these trees very well may have emerald ash borer on them. Some of them may only have a couple of beetles. But to some degree, there are emerald ash borer present within these ash trees.
While it looks like they're just tearing down trees, part of the city's plan is to then go in and replant other types of trees.
They also are clearing out the underbrush so that Mother Nature can help sprout new saplings as well.
A popular winter sports destination has called it quits for the season.
Great Bear Ski Valley in Sioux Falls hosted its annual end-of-season party, Snurtfest, on Sunday. The event included a costume contest, limbo contest, and sled races.
Great Bear had more than 40,000 visits this season, slightly fewer than expected.
Sometimes you get 6 weeks of winter, sometimes you get 3 months. You just got to roll with it and enjoy it.
We were kind of hoping we could get a couple more weeks on the end of the season here, and February's been a weird month, man.
General Manager Dan Greider was dressed as the Cheshire Cat for the costume contest.
All proceeds from Sunday's event will benefit the Children's Home Shelter for family safety.
That's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get another check your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, weather today, pretty mild compared to normal, at least for Sioux Falls and the southeast and the south central. We are expecting Rapid City today, though, with that north wind. Not quite as warm as yesterday's 63. In Aberdeen, you're going to go from 30s today with some patchy blowing snow down in the single digits tomorrow morning. And actually, we do need to talk about a chance of some rain or snow showers. Again, not much going on here, but the fact of the matter is there could be a little snow in the air across the southeast with highs in the 30s in Sioux Falls, and we're going to keep running that in the forecast, although most of the data is pointing toward well under an inch of snow. So again, don't get too concerned about it, but it is something to check back later today on Kettleland News as we kind of see the fine tuning of that. Now, we fast forward into Thursday and Friday. We are anticipating a warming trend across our region. A lot of 50s on Thursday. I think Sioux Falls could get close to 60 on Friday afternoon, but that's ahead of another cold front. Now, this frontal system right now, we've got pretty decent agreement that there should be at least a chance of snow in a ribbon that kind of runs from northwest to southeast. It'll run parallel to the jet stream that's flowing out of the northwest. But the issues, timing, placement, a little bit of a wrestling of how much snow could actually fall here. At this point, I would say we want to make sure you're aware of that, but it is not time to cancel plans yet or anything to that degree. We'll just keep watching your weather for travel on Saturday, those kind of things. And of course, it's going to be colder too with a northeast wind. We're going to drop our forecast several degrees from Friday to Saturday if you compare the two. There's another look at it again on Saturday morning into the afternoon. It should be a fairly fast runner moving through. And then we'll switch gears. We're going to move into March 1st, and likely we're going to go back up again. And I see a lot of that happening the first 7 days of March. Up and down, typical with the transition of the season. Well, near 50 today in Mitchell. That's a pretty mild day. We're going to cool things back tomorrow with an anticipated chance of scattered rain or scattered snow and highs mid-30s, Sioux Falls. Then we'll jump back into some 50-degree weather on Thursday and Friday as well, close to 60. Weekend, I have no trouble going back to the 30s on Saturday, maybe 20s even on Sunday. So the weekend, the way the timing is working out, even for Aberdeen, it's a little chilly here with those chances of snow on Saturday. But it'll be March by the end of the 7-day forecast. So see that in Pierre? We ricochet, we go back and forth. We're in the mid-40s today, upper 30s tomorrow. Then we go back to mid-50s on Thursday, 60 on Friday. And early next week could even be back into the 50s again for both Pierre and Rapid City. That's what you see exactly there in that 7-day forecast. Check out the details online at kettleland.com.